Nine degrees of isolation. Phase one. Which way is up? The way up is out, which is in, a sacred true. The question is, who will make it out and who will make it in? Ascension is both inward and outward. This may very well be what is meant by turning oneself inside out. This, you, the us, we, and the me, is not our final form. Omari Hargrove. Degree 1, the no. Degree 1, the no. Steer clear of the edge of the ledge, and no one can push you off of it. Phase 1, Omari Hargrove. I transformed an area of my home into a small cell. There is a small hall, about 4 feet in width, 9 feet in height/length, that is connected to a small restroom, 1 toilet, and 1 sink, about the size of 2 porta potties. I placed a divider at each end of the hall. The bathroom, restroom, and the hall are my cell. Can you envision it? Sometimes you just know. When you find yourself in those times of no, the decision is yours to make. Either 1, ignore the no, or 2, explore the no. I endured this school because I knew then when I decided to explore the no, and I know now, which was then when I am writing this, and now, having written it then, I know that time is almost up. It's the way the sun shifts. It's the way the sun rifts through the atmosphere. The lens of the sky has shifted over the years. Mornings feel like afternoons, and hours feel like 15 minutes. In order for an hour to feel like 15 minutes, mustn't one have already had experiences with both time frames? I have my memories of my experiences of single hours to use as reference points. These present-day hours are different. Even under conscious observation, these hours let off only half or quarter hours worth of time exhaust. I know time has sped up. There is also an observation of time pausing or slowing down at times. It is as if reality sometimes inhales quickly and thoroughly, holding its breath for a bit, then releasing it, exhaling slowly. The expansion of the lungs at an exponential rate would indeed cause for more space to be available swiftly. Within the space of the lungs exists we, you and I, human beings. Those in the center of the lungs could look outward in any and all directions and see, behold, witness the expansion of the lungs, as well as the suction effect of the container, the lungs expanding, causing for more space, for more air, breath, oxygen to flow in and about. Those in the center would feel the expansion. Those in the center would feel time speed up. They would be in position to bear witness to the alteration of the state of the realm. Do you see? Those on the lining, the outskirts, the edge of the lungs, would not experience the environmental shifts, at least not in the way the centered ones would. They would take the ride of time, and they would experience what a passenger experiences as a car drives, the seamless motion of acceleration, the coast effect. They would not have the experience of the whooshing pass of the vehicle. They would not hear the noise of the vehicle from outside the vehicle. Their experience of time would be stable. They would just be going along for the ride of the expansion. Even still, When the lungs have expanded as far as they will for that single breath, there is always a pause before breathing continues. That pause is likened unto that of the car stopping at a red light or stop sign. Ever felt yourself jolt forwards when a vehicle stopped abruptly? That moment is compared to the moment in which even the outskirters of the lungs will say, "Wait, where did the time go?" They did not witness the expansion nor the effects of the expansion. They coasted, and the next thing they knew, then was now, now was then. I'm going home. I am not a coaster nor a drifter. I am centered. And so sometimes you just know. I knew that time has sped up and the vitality of complete transformation has drawn ever near. I had been placing on hold certain aspects of the renewed self that were fighting to get through. This was doing me no good at all. I needed to fast and complete the fast. I needed to actually rest. I needed to work out. I needed to hydrate. I needed to write. I needed to be. And so I did. This is only day 1, degree 1 of my isolation. Isolation. I will not emerge the same as I was prior to going in. Who, what are you? Omari is many things joined as one. One of those things is a servant. Him being reserved serves no one. He cannot and will not continue to shine gently. He is in patrol always. Him, Omari, is who he has the pen soul or pencil. He does not have the mind of the many. There will never be a mind like his again. The body is supposed to be the employee of the mind. Too often we allow it to be the other way around. The pen, written and will not vary, and the pencil, written and may vary. Brain, boss, body, employee. I must actively think, as my mind is responsible for shaping reality. An issue of mine that can easily be solved with action is, I view many things as too simple or too easy. Why is this an issue? Look at this image and speak aloud what you see. It is a stove with 3 knobs on the back, and a pan is on an eye, and there's something in the pan that is giving off heat, and you can see heat waves rising. The stove looked kind of like a washing machine. The pan is black. Maybe it's made out of cast iron. However, the center of it, where you put the food, is light, either gray or white. While something is in it, it's going to be in its altered state. And so far, also the eye of the stove, it is off to the left, as in when you're looking at a stove, you're not standing behind it, you're not having the perspective of the stove, you have the perspective of the person looking at the stove. The eye would be the left front one, and the handle of the pan is facing to the right, and there are 3 heat wave indicators coming up out of the pan. And like I said, we got these 3 knobs that have 3 arrows pointing up. What do you see? It's not a trick question. You may look at this image and see a stove with food on it cooking. You would not be wrong to see that, because that is what it actually is. Now, what do you see? Boredom. I see boredom. I see simple and easy. Oh, okay. Now, what do you see? Oh, now what do I see? That's me. Now what do I see? All right. I see, or it doesn't say that. Boredom. I see boredom. I see simple and easy. I am a great cook and could prove it if cooking were not such a repulsive task in my eyes. I only enjoy the smell of food cooking when I'm not doing the cooking. Does that make sense to you, reader? This may be relevant. My aunt just recently told me that Malachi Z. York diagnosed my father with antisteposis. She didn't say that he said it that way. She said, Malachi said my dad didn't like steps, meaning in a process. I don't know for sure that Malachi said that about my dad, but if he did, it wouldn't be far off because I have seen it. President R19 Bodie. I have heard my dad speak on many great visions of his. From my observation, he was only missing the knowledge of steps in between point thought and point is. Point thought to point is. He, Fred Bodie, activated realities in thought and in action that have not been activated in our ancestry before. Our, meaning my particular bloodline. He ran for president of the United States. He could see his vision. I could see his vision as me. I don't think he was aware of the steps. He didn't seem aware of how to make his thoughts become ises or how to travel from point thought to point is. Thought becomes is. I can see a tad bit of that in myself. Not much, though, but enough to cause issues if not removed completely. I have accomplished plenty because of my awareness of and respect for steps. Much more might I have accomplished if I had acted on that awareness and made good use of that respect more. Gratitude is expressed for my ability to acknowledge this issue and that issue of rejecting tasks that are attached to ease and simplicity. I must solve this issue because even the simple tasks sum up to more advanced tasks collectively. All advanced works are conglomerates of and compositions of simpler works. I seek out more advanced tasks. This can be a plus at times and a not so plus at other times. Another example is I would sweep and sweep and sweep until the dust, dirt, and trash was in a heap. I would then place the dustpan and broom next to the pile and walk away. I favor sweeping over picking up and dumping the trash. I do not know why. It's easier to dump the garbage than it is to sweep the room for the from tile to corner to corner, yet I'd rather sweep and let someone else dump. Dumping just seems too simple, too easy. My mind goes, why would I be needed for this task? I think that way due to my observation of people not struggling when it comes to these non-advanced works. They complete works of ease with ease. I prefer challenges. I want others to cook while I figure out how to save the world. I will build and manage a record label with my mother. Someone else can wash the dishes. This is my mind. Some things must change. Action and change are in the same family. Omari Hargrove. Sometimes you just know. What do you know about the no? Nine Degrees of Isolation question number 1 from Deshawn. We know the pyramid has 14 rows, and there are levels to the pyramid, as in 1, 2, 2, that is 3, and 3 that is 5. 1, 2, 3. Charity, hope, and faith. Answer, yes, simply base, middle, peak, bottom, body, capstone. Also, Nasut, Malakut, Lahut. Nasut 1, Malakut 3, Lahut 5. Beginning, middle, end, end, middle, beginning. 9 degrees of isolation, question number 2 from Mike. What does it mean to think outside of persons, places, or things? Answer, it is a similar idea to the third eye activation. Most of the time, when people speak of their third eye being active or open, they are saying they don't view the world how most people do. They are saying they can see beyond the illusionary walls of the so-called simulation. Thinking outside of persons, places, or things isn't actually humanly possible. At least not thinking outside of all 3 of these. One can think outside of persons and simply think of places. One can think outside of places and simply think of persons. One cannot think outside of things altogether. Even thoughts are things. Thing equals think. Think equals thing.